So all right, what I hope you find is that it's maybe not as challenging as it is at first. It is different, it's new. So here's the answers for 7, 6. We just did the odds starting with 3, right? Correct? So 3 just said take function f and subtract function g. And we're looking at the function rule here for f and the function rule there for g. So if I just place that in, that would be 4x minus 1, subtract, and I'm going to use parentheses here, 2x squared plus 3. Why is it important I use parentheses right here? What is something I need to not forget? Anybody? All your math knowledge, what do you think I need to not forget if I'm taking this minus this? The negative, that's right. I want to subtract everything, so I have to distribute that negative, don't I? All right, so if I do that, we get 4x minus 1 minus 2x squared, and then that becomes minus 3. Now, there is a little bit you can do here because of what? Yeah, like terms. We got the negative 1 and the negative 3. So I can write that out as negative 2x squared. I put it in standard form, highest degree to lowest, plus the 4x minus 4. That's all you can do to those if I was subtracting those two functions. And your domain is all real numbers. Right? There's no denominator that would prevent us from having a domain that could limit our thing there. All right, and then 5. Did we do 5 yesterday together? I don't remember. So 5 is f divided by g. So it would be the 4x minus 1 over 2x squared plus 3. And we realized yesterday, I think it was, that because the input is being squared, you can put a positive or negative there. Nothing is going to make it, no matter what you put, when you square it becomes positive. And when you add, multiply by 2 and add 3, there isn't a way to get a 0 in that denominator. So again, your domain is all real numbers. Everything can be allowed for x. 7 is just the opposite. 7 is g divided by f, function g of x divided by f of x. So that's these two things flip-flopped. 2x squared plus 3 over 4x minus 1. Anything you think I can do to that? Is there any simplifying? No, there's not. Thank you, Logan. And so, domain on this one. Is there anything that's going to prevent or any limitations on your domain here? One-fourth, very good. If I put a 1/4 there, that would make 1 minus 1 to equal 0, wouldn't it? Yeah, 1/4 would be a limit, so you're going to say all real numbers except 1/4. Very good on noticing that. It's just, if there is something that can make your denominator 0, can't have it. So that was the first 3. Then down here, we get to this second part. We use these functions. F of x is negative 3x plus 2 and all those, just like in our notes. So if we go through those, 9, the notation, I think, did we do this one yesterday together in here or in the afternoon? Okay. So the notation looks like that. That's a composite notation. Where the negative 1 will go into what function first? Into the h. Then that output goes into the j. And so in the h, as you look there at your function, that would be negative 2 times negative 1 squared plus 9. Negative 1 squared is 1. Negative 2 plus 9. We get an output of 7, don't we? We put negative 1 into h, you get an output of 7, don't we? This is h right here. So then we got to put it into j. We're going to put negative 7 into j. Negative 7 into j would be not negative 7. Why did I say negative 7? 7. 5 minus 7 is negative 2. So there's our, yes. This one's output became the input for J. So 5 minus 7 is negative 2. That's a composite. Then we go to 11. It is the notation G F of A. So on this one we had a value of negative 1. This one we just have an A. So we got to go F of A, put A into F to start. I'm looking here. It'll be negative 3. The input goes right here as A plus 2. That's all I can do. So F of A would be that. So then I've got to go G, and I'm going to put negative 3A plus 2 in as my input. That was that one's output. Now look at G. Where is G? Sorry, I keep looking on the worksheet. Negative 3A plus 2 all over 5. So G was x over 5, so I just put that right there as the x. That was in our notes, too. I think we did one like that in our notes. 13 is another subtraction. Take f of x minus h of x. So f, negative 3x plus 2 minus all of h, and where is h? H is negative 2x squared plus 9. So again, I like to use my parentheses on that second one so I don't forget to distribute. And let's see, that'd be negative 3x plus 2 plus 2x squared, because negative negative, minus 9. Am I right? Am I making a mistake? Anybody catch me? Tell me, is that what y'all had? Then let's write it in standard form. 2x squared minus 3x minus 7. Is that what y'all got? Okay. That's what I get. Now to 15. This is another composite, f of g of negative 2. F of g of negative 2. So negative 2 goes into g. G is the h over 5, isn't it? So we'll go g of negative 2 to start. So that would give us negative 2 over 5, right? Everybody good with that? And then we put that into f. F would have the negative 2 over 5 as its input. So it would be negative 3 times negative 2/5 plus 2. Here's your f, with that one placed as the input. What do y'all got right there? Is that 6/5 plus 2? So it's 1 1/5 plus 2, so 3 1/5, 3.2. What y'all have as your answer? 3 1/5, 3.2. What do y'all have, guys? 3 1/5, 16 over 5, or 3 1/5? 16 over 5, 3.2. Just depends upon what way your calculator gave it to you. Hopefully you understand those are all the same number, right? Questions on that one? Anybody have any problems with that one? Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes a fraction will just scare people to death. Oh, I know there's a fraction. What do I do? Just do the work. You can use your calculator if you like right there. So yeah, 3 1/5. All right, let's go to 17. 17 uses different notation. G F of 2. That is composite still. 2 goes into F and then into G. So we'll go F of 2, which would be negative 3 times 2 plus 2. What would that give us? Negative 4. So then we got to go G of negative 4. What was G again? Just over 5. So negative 4 over 5. That'd be your answer, wouldn't it? Good with that? Negative 1.8 or negative 4/5. 19, another composite, f of g of 1. So we g of 1, g is this one right here, input over, so 1 over 5, right? That's what we do, we put our inputs over 5 on g. So then f of 1/5, f was that one right there, where we multiply it times negative 3, then add 2. So negative 3 times 1/5 plus 2 would equal, let's see, that'd be a negative 3/5 plus 2. So what is that? 1 2/5? 1.4. What's your calculator give you? 7/5? 705. Yeah, same thing. All right. 21, the last one you guys had to do. Multiplication. It's g of x times h of x. And so g is x squared minus 5. What word am I going to have to use here? FOIL, thank you. Use FOIL. And we got a 3x to the third. That's our first. Our outer will give us plus 2x squared. Our inner gives us negative 15x. And our last gives us negative 10. That's just FOIL. And that's it. There's no like terms. We have a cubic polynomial. After you've gone through it yourself, and then you see the answers, hopefully you go, oh, maybe I did get a little bit. Maybe I did understand some of it. Hopefully you go, okay, I was thinking that. There they are.